Every year on the 23rd of April, England erupts in a curious mix of celebration and uncertainty. It is St. George's Day, a day to honor the country's patron saint. Yet, ask many about the man behind the legend, and you might be met with a shrug. Who was this dragon-slaying hero? Why is he so important to England? The truth is shrouded in the mists of time, a blend of history and myth. What we know for certain is that St. George remains a figure of enduring fascination. His story is one of courage, faith, and the eternal battle against the forces of darkness. Let us delve into the untold truth of St. George, exploring his origins, his legend, and his enduring relevance in our modern world. Our journey takes us back to the 3rd century AD, to the Roman province of Cappadocia, now part of modern-day Turkey. Here, amidst the rugged landscape, St. George was born. His upbringing was steeped in the traditions of Christianity, a faith that was rapidly gaining followers despite persecution from the Roman authorities. As a young man, George joined the Roman army, rising quickly through the ranks due to his courage and discipline. He served with distinction, yet his heart remained true to his Christian faith. This unwavering devotion would ultimately set him on a collision course with the might of the Roman Empire. The legend of St. George is inextricably linked to the slaying of a fearsome dragon. This mythical beast had been terrorizing a village, demanding sacrifices of young maidens. George, upon hearing of the villagers' plight, rode forth to confront the monster. He fought valiantly, eventually slaying the dragon and saving the princess chosen as its next victim. This act of bravery has resonated through the centuries, becoming a symbol of the triumph of good over evil. The dragon, in this context, represents the fears and challenges we face in our own lives. St. George's association with England began centuries after his death. His bravery and commitment to his beliefs resonated with many, turning him into a popular figure across Europe. The Crusades, a series of religious wars fought between Christians and Muslims, further cemented his status as a symbol of courage and faith. English soldiers, inspired by the legend of St. George, carried his banner into battle. King Edward III formally adopted him as England's patron saint in the 14th century, solidifying his place in the nation's heart. His iconic red cross on a white background, known as the St. George's Cross, became a powerful emblem of England. Despite its historical significance, St. George's Day is not celebrated with the same fervour as it once was. The day itself is not a public holiday in England, and many people are unaware of its significance. This decline in popularity is perhaps a reflection of the changing nature of English identity. In an increasingly secular and multicultural society, the relevance of a patron saint, particularly one shrouded in myth and legend, is often questioned. Yet the core values that St. George embodies, courage, faith and integrity, remain as relevant as ever. Section 6. The enduring appeal of chivalry. While the image of a knight slaying a dragon might seem archaic in today's world, the underlying message of chivalry continues to resonate. St. George, in his unwavering commitment to justice and his willingness to protect the innocent, embodies the ideals of chivalry. These principles, including honor, courage, and service to others, transcend time and culture. They speak to the better angels of our nature, urging us to act with integrity and to stand up for what we believe in. Section 7. Bravery in the face of adversity. St. George's life was defined by his courage in the face of adversity. As a Christian in the Roman army, he faced constant danger, yet he remained true to his beliefs, even when it meant defying the emperor himself. In a world grappling with complex challenges, from climate change to social injustice, we need courage more than ever. St. George's story reminds us that we all have the capacity to be brave, to stand up for what is right, even when it is difficult. Section 8. Faith in a time of uncertainty. St. George's unwavering faith served as his guiding light in a world often shrouded in darkness. In an age of skepticism and doubt, his story reminds us of the power of faith to provide comfort, guidance, and hope. This faith, however, need not be limited to a religious context. It can also encompass faith in humanity and the power of good to overcome evil, and in our ability to create a better future for generations to come. Section 9. Integrity, a timeless virtue. Perhaps the most enduring aspect of St. George's legacy is his unwavering integrity. He lived by a strict moral code, always striving to do what he believed was right, regardless of the consequences. In a world often driven by self-interest and a lack of accountability, integrity stands as a beacon of hope. St. George's story reminds us that true strength lies not in power or wealth, but in our commitment to living a life of honesty, compassion and integrity. Let us therefore celebrate St. George's Day not just as a relic of the past, but as a call to action, an invitation to embody his timeless values in our own lives.